Hey guys, so now I'm going to show you the true basics of Canvas. So the minute you open your Canvas app, this is usually what you see, right? Your dashboard. And it's going to be published courses versus unpublished. And literally all that means is exactly what it sounds like. If it's in the published category, that means anyone can see that this course exists. And if it's in the unpublished category, that means only you, the creator, can see it exists. So my English class is unpublished because obviously I'm still working on creating it, whereas the Growing with Canvas that we're able to do for practice is available for all. But now if I'm looking at this, I see the sidebar here. What does all this mean? At basics, this list for courses would do the exact same thing as dashboard. It would just list all your courses, published and unpublished. Calendar is just the link to Google Calendar. So if I click that, then I can see any events I have, which I have nothing, but I've got my personal, as in my email, and then events for each Canvas course. So, for example, once class starts, maybe there's a Zoom meeting for English teachers that's in my personal, but then there's the Zoom conference with all the students that's scheduled that would be in green for the class. And you can create it just like in Google Calendar. Inbox, the best and easiest thing is just go right here, create an email, then you select the course. So let's say, okay, I want to do email my students in the pre-AP English. And then once I actually have students, I can type in names and they'll appear here. Subject it, write the email, attach a document or a video, and send it like normal. And then this would start filling up as an inbox. I can reply, I can delete, I can archive. And then there's a commons, which would just be common features that are available to all. I've never really used it. And then the help button is what it sounds like. But if you go back to dashboard, now let's say it's time to start setting up your course. You want to open this up. And I've already kind of designed mine a little, but let's pretend there's nothing here. Now all of a sudden you have all this to look at. So if we look over here, what these mean is, again, it's unpublished. It's not visible to anyone who's not a teacher or an editor. I could import existing content. So maybe I created a course from the spring and I just want to copy and paste. No different than in Google Classroom where you import everything. I could click import and then I would select the previous class that I want to import info from, and then I would select the info. I can't do that right now because I don't have a previous class. Choose the home page. Well, that just means that when I open this course, this is what I see. This is my home page. But if I wanted to choose one, I would click that, and then I list all the pages I have available. I chose the syllabus as the home page. I think it's the easiest way to go. But really, any of the pages listed here could be the home page. I just think syllabus is the go-to one. There's view course on stream, which is really just like this course summary here that's going to list everything, announcements, assignments. I wouldn't worry about that. Most of us were annoyed by the stream option in Google Classroom. It would be the same thing. For new announcement, well, as the teacher, if you have an announcement, you title it, you grade it, you could upload a file. You want everyone to see it or you want just a certain class to see it. And it's no different than making an announcement on Google Classroom, but now announcement is not part of stream. It gets its own section. Okay. Yep, I want to leave. All right, and then student view is really great. So with Google Classroom, I had to invite my personal email in. But here, though, instead, it's pretty easy. I can go to student view, and now I can see what a student would see when they're in the class. So if you're ever unsure if something worked, click student view, play around with it, and then you'll know if it worked. And then, of course, view notifications. calendar updates. But now I also want to explain what all of these mean. So the default is these are all the different tools we have. We have our home page, which is matched with the syllabus page because they're the same thing right now. The grades. So if I were to click this, then I would see, obviously there's no students, but I would see the list of assignments, what the total grade is. If I go to gradebook, I could, individual view means just look at a certain student versus look at everyone. So it's pretty basic, it's pretty similar to Infinite Campus. Announcements would mean I would just look at the page with all the announcements I posted. Modules, this is the one you're definitely going to want to use. It's no different than the topics section of Google Classroom. And so you could break it down by units, you could break it down by week. You'll notice I've started to make one, so here's my first module. Okay. Then we have assignments, which is exactly what it sounds like. So in modules, it'll categorize everything for you. But then if you want just everything that's listed as an assignment, you click this. So I have an assignment right here, a personal writing assignment. It shows under module for Welcome to English. It would also show under assignments. Discussions, this is discussion boards. So, you could post a question, force everyone to comment on it, force everyone to reply to comments. So introduce yourself is the discussion I created for this module. That means it would also appear here. Quizzes means this is where every quiz you create exists. Now this is not quizzes like I uploaded a quiz from Google Forms. This is quizzes like you created a Canvas quiz. So see under the first module I have a syllabus quiz. It would also appear here. Now the syllabus quiz is going to look just like a Google form. It's just through Canvas, which means it automatically generates a grade into the gradebook. Pages is kind of what it sounds like. You create so many pages for your Canvas site. So the first page I created is an introduction to Pre-AP English 2. That means if I have PowerPoints, videos, notes, links to other websites, I might put them on the page. They have to look at this page before they do a discussion, an assignment, or a quiz. And so if I wanted to just see all the list of pages, I could go there. Rubrics, again, exactly what it sounds like. If you create a whole bunch of rubrics, you could have them saved there, or the rubrics would just appear under assignments. Google Drive is if you sync your Google Drive to it. Conference is if you were to actually schedule conferences. So if this was a semester-long online course, there might be, a teacher end-of-year conference or a halfway point conference, and you create a sign-up sheet and then with times and when a student's meant to have their Zoom call. Collaborations would be a way to create a whole bunch of documents that are shared with certain students, like a group. You could do it in discussions too, but collaborations is officially where all the group work would go. Outcomes, I've never actually used it, so I wouldn't worry about it. But if you want to know, we can cover that. People is going to list everyone who's in this course. So if you want to just know who the teacher is, who all your classmates are, you can find that out. Files would mean every file that's been uploaded, from a picture to a video to a document. And then settings. Now this is the last thing I'm going to show. So what you'll also notice is if you're looking at this, is a lot of them have an eye with a line through it. That means it's not visible in student view. So if I'm in student view or students looking at this course, they're going to see home, syllabus, grades, modules, assignments, so forth. But they won't see announcements or conference or collaboration. Why? Either because there's nothing in there, I haven't made an announcement, or because I don't want it visible. Now how do you do that? You go to settings. And then you would go, first we have course details. And this is where you can add a image for your course, change the name, time zone. When do you want the course to start? I haven't done this yet because I don't know when our start date is. I made it English as a default. You really don't need to worry about this just yet. sections. This is going to be, let's say I have English sophomores, but I need 5 sections for the 5 class periods. I can create new sections for each. I haven't done that yet because I'm not worrying about that right now. We're just trying to learn how to use Canvas. But navigation is where you can tweak what all this is. So you will see that right here, these are the ones that are visible. These are the ones that are not. I can move one around. So I could click Google Drive and move it here. Now Google Drive is invisible. I move it back. Whoops, move it back. Maybe I want home at the bottom. It won't let me, but syllabus I want to move. So there we go. It really just, it's up to you. So home is the default at the top, but all the rest you could move. The 3 dots means I could disable it, so I don't want it to exist at all. I want it to be invisible, or I just want to move it somewhere else on the list. Okay, if I, let's say, change my mind and I want to use collaborations, all I have to do is move it back up. Okay, now it's visible. So this is how you can tweak what this looks like. I like what I have. I'm going to leave it, so make sure I save.